Welcome back to Garage 86. Welcome back to my 86 in my garage. And today I've got more wiring, I know, but what I'm going to try and do is get the UK wipers and bits and bobs working, which is messing about with these two here for the wipers and this one here for the indicators. So what I'm going to try and do first is the two for the wipers, because there's only 6 cables there. Switch those round to match the UK wiring, which is what Marex, I hope I haven't butchered your name, took a photo of for me so I could see how it works with the UK wipers, and I'll see how that all goes, and I will get back to you in due course. Let's see. Great start when you drop something off the straight off the bat, isn't it? I'm sure it'll turn up. Right, that's that one out. There's my 4 wires as well. So let me look at my visual reference. Alright, now looking at it from the back like that, red and blue go in first, so that's here, red and blue, then black and blue, that the right way up? Yeah. Black and blue. Then yellow and red, which is here, and then if I'm right, green and yellow last. Just need to find the other one that I dropped. There. That one. Right, now, if that's right, when I plug it into this one, here and here, this should operate properly. But the only way to test that is to put the battery back on. Here we go. Ow. It's gonna beep at me because nothing's connected. But let's try these two connections. I'll leave the Japanese one on there for now, just in case it all goes wrong. And I'll just try and connect up the two into the UK one. Now I know it's this one because it's got the fog light over here. So hopefully, if I turn it on, it's only friggin' working. Hang on. I'll try and get a video with this. Right, let me try and get a video here. So, if I flick it up on this switch, it should swipe the windows, which it does. If I click it down one, then they come on. The more they go down, the faster they get. And if I pull it towards me, yes! Halfway there. Enjoy that mini victory, because the next one is horrendous. Let me get these back out. Switch the car off so I don't choke myself. what I'll do afterwards as well is I will put up a picture of all the wire locations before and after, so you can see where they have to go from and to, because it's just easier than trying to show you like this, I think. Right, so that's those two done. Now it's just this one, which looks like hell. God, I don't think I've got the right tool for that. I need a very fine pick to go in there, I think. Let me see if I've got anything that will work. So, it's a couple of weeks later. A few things have moved on. Sure, you saw in the last section that I changed the wiper side to make it work. Well, I started depinning the connector, this one down here, and I repinned it, but in the process it snapped. So I had to get a new connector, which I did. Thanks Marek again, coming to the rescue. But I'm not going to show you how that all went because it was a long old process. But pinning, repinning, it's all the same stuff, whichever connector it is. Lift the lock. On this one it was this lock just here, but you can see it didn't go 100% successfully, but I have tested it and it does work. So I won't redo all the stuff you've seen before of me changing, taking the putting the wipers on, rebuilding it all up. So what I'll do is I'll get it to the stage where the steering wheel is back on. No, not the steering wheel's on. The UK indicators are on, the clock spring is on, all the console is back together, and then I'll show you how it all looks, and I'll show you that it works. And what I'll do as well after all that is I'll show you the previous pin out, the after pin out, and show you that it works. So bear with me, I'll be there in a bit. Well, it's back together, and that was just as unpleasant as the first time I did it. Clock spring back on, wipers this side, indicators that side, which is different to how it was before. Look, you can see the lights were on the right. All the little connectors are back in. Hope I got that in focus for you. There you go. And I've put the other three connectors in there, the white, the yellow, and if you can see it, the green one around there at the back. Now there's two things I've got to do outside the car to hopefully make this work. One of which being connecting the battery, and the other one putting in a relay, this relay, that this car doesn't have. Now, sorry, for the second part of this video, I've also put another one in, which is this one here, which refers to this one here, mirror heater. So hopefully, if I haven't killed myself by that point, this one goes all right. But this is the one we're focusing on now, rear fog. So, pretty standard relay, but just, you can see the connections are actually in it. So hopefully, by just adding that, it should understand the connectivity of having a rear fog light in it. But let's get this other part done under here, which is to put the battery on. Lower this down. So hopefully we can see. So now, fingers crossed, if I unlock the car, there we are. Got to start it. Right, so let's go this side first. Quick swipe. Yeah, I know there's no airbag. Single function, faster function, even faster function, speed up. Which one is it on? This one? Or is it that one? And then that sprays the washer. So yeah, that's all good. On this side we've got, so let me try it here. That'll be side lights, but you can't see them anyway, but you can see main beams. Yeah, they came on. Flashes. Yeah. Not only that, there's your front fog lights, and look, see, comes on there. And rear fog lights. So I don't currently have them, but as you can see, the light comes on. So that is a bit of a success. So let me just get all this back in, and hopefully we won't still have that exclamation mark on the dial. Let's check. Well, this is a rare sight. Everything back on. Fingers crossed it all worked. Let's go and try that again. And I'll do a walk around as well to make sure, sorry, tripping over everything, that everything still works. Now it's all connected back up. So let's connect that back up. Battery's on, beeping away because the door's open. How dare I? Right, let's unlock it just to make sure. Oh. Go, look, no warning lights. Just want to check this one. Yes. Okay, right, so let me open that back up. Currently it's running, but as you can see, no lights. Now, if I turn it to auto, you saw those just came on. So on the back, you can see these are on. And it's hard to tell, but the side lights are on as well. So then we bump it up from side lights to main beam. Main beam even. Helps if you know what you're doing, doesn't it? But they're on. Let's go around the back. They're on. And if I put it to fog lights, you can definitely see a yellowy glow down there. So fingers crossed. I better just check the reversing light. Can't see why that would have changed, but you never know. Hard to tell. Hang on. Yeah, look, see? If I put behind it, see the white light come on? Awesome. I didn't think that through when I turned the light off, did I? So, it would appear that everything is working as it should, which makes a change. So that's kind of that part of the video. I just need to look at the second part, which would hopefully be heated mirrors. Right, this is before I start the heated mirrors. This was just something I thought I'd try. I got hold of, this is the wiring that goes down to this little guy here, which is the reverse light. And as you can see on this side of it, sorry, let me get some light on the situation. On this side of it, you have 3 cables, red, black and yellow. But on this side of it, you only have red and black. But I ages ago bought this, which is a UK set, which as you can see has 2 of these, which are for the reverse, and 1 of these, which is for the fog. And my mate put me in touch with this little beauty here, because what I'd initially planned is I've got another one of these, and I was going to cut a matching hole that side, have the white one there, the red one there. But he put me onto this, which is a great suggestion I found on eBay, and I'll put it up for anyone who might get the use out of it. But that effectively is a switching fog light. So on one end, you've got the connector that goes into the light bulb holder, which does the reversing lights, and then this little extra here does the fog lights. So allow me to demonstrate. I have to start her up, I'm afraid. Right, so currently doing nothing, but if I put her in reverse, it says reverse up there and white light. And if I turn that off and I put the fog lights on, the reversing, the rear fog light, if you put this into the black one, where was it? Which side was it? I got this to work earlier. Of course it's not going to now. Bear me a sec. For the heated mirror glass, I've got us to this stage just to make life a little bit easier. But what we're going to need to do is run a wire from here, 2 wires actually, sorry, a live and a neutral, which I've got pink and black for, from here through the door into the mirror itself. And then on this side, I think you've got the neutral, but we need to run another live. So that's got to go from here through the door and then come down to here. And it's these 2 connectors that we're looking at. This one at the back and this one here. If you aren't sure how to get these off. The panel itself is pretty straightforward. It's got one push fit connector there, which goes up into the back there, and then it's just the two green clips with a little bit of brute force. But what I'm going to tackle first, just because I found it a little bit easier when I was practicing, is to remove the mirror glass and the mirror cover while it's still on the car. The guide that I'm reviewing, that I'm using, which I'll put in the link below, said to put the windows down as well, which makes sense because then you've got this big gap here for all the wiring that's here. But to remove the mirror cover, you definitely need a pry tool, because you don't want to do it with like a screwdriver or anything, but you just need to try and work your way around. I'm going to go and get the fixed camera to make this easier. Hope that's in focus. But yeah, you have to, there's no gentle way of doing it as such. It's just a case of trying to pry it up from all the different sections. But you can also do it off the car, so I might try that. But regardless, this bit down here pops off. Where's that screwdriver? Yeah, this lower bit comes off like that, and then you just got your 3 screws there. So I'm going to get a socket for that. $10mm. Hopefully, should be able to undo these now with the screwdriver. Oh yeah, there we go. And then lean that off, and then the cable from the inside, you just need to pull the plastic back slightly, disconnect it from a clip, which I'll show you on the other side in a minute, and then slowly feed it up through the door. Pull in towards the back of the car. You might just have to massage that out. But there we go. That's one off. Now I have cheated a bit because I've already loosened this. But as you can see on the back, it's just these 4 clips. 1, 2, 3 and 4, which just hold on to these 4 clips here. Then as for taking the case off, you've got these, you can see them, luckily they're in red on here because obviously the mirror colour. And if you start prying those off, then the actual back of the mirror comes off quite easily. Can't do it holding the camera, but I'll do it and then I'll show you. So then you have the two separated. So what you can see from the inside is, if I flip it back over, is this one, and this one. So these 3 here, 1, 2, 3, which are those 3, and then you can just see a 4th one down there. And then once you've done it, it raises off under here, and then just slide your pry tool underneath, and off it comes. But what we've got to add, firstly I've got to remove the black tape from both ends of this, and then my favourite job, I've got to do a bit of pinning. I know, it's exciting stuff still. And I've got to pin a wire to go through this into here, and then it will come out there. And then if you just see this black retaining clip here, it will follow the routing of this and then go through that out to here. And then on the end of it, we'll just have 2 little square prongs that go onto the back of the mirrors. So if I just show you what they're going to look like. So look, firstly, they're blue, but also you can see they've got these 2 connectors here. So that is what the wiring, which I've got pink and black to match the standard colours. And then these are your connectors here. So I'll put these all in the comment section so you can see which ones they are. I'll make a start. After a long time, which I'm glad I didn't film, and a lot of lithium grease, finally got my 2 crimped ends through. Sorry I didn't film the crimping bit, but I didn't want to be accused of getting it wrong and then it not working for you. So obviously this is just a guide, and I make mistakes, but hopefully got there. But yeah, so what I had to do, take the black tape off this end, take the black tape off that end, and then I fed this fish wire with some lithium grease down this little hole right about here. That's it, just there. So if you pull the cable up, it's not great for light, is it? But there, you can just see, just in there, it just goes down that tube, which then pulls it through down to this connector end here. And that hateful thing is done. So now what I need to do is take the connectors, take the plastic cover, which is this bit, off the connector, which you do just on the side, really. You just release that little plastic tab that you can probably see just here on either side, and then it just shows you, it just leaves it like that so you can slot the pin in. And I'll get those done and I'll show you which ones they go in. So I've gone back and I've just heat shrunk the tips just to be on the safe side, because they are going to be outside technically. And then these just clip on here, and then that glass just fits in there. And then that's the side of this bit done. Still with me, these were the ones that go into the connector at the bottom, which are 316836-1, and these were the ones that go into the back of the mirror glass, 368084-1. And then they go in, I've done them in black and pink as you can see, this one here and this one here, so the 2 on the end. And then you can just see the receptacles on the end, just there. So that's all back through. Poke that down through the door, through the wing mirror, through under this bit, and then that just pokes in through here, and then when that is fixed back in the door, it just clips into place like that. It also clips into this handle, but what we do need to do first is to run the one pink cable that we've added onto this connector. We need to put one into here, into this connector, run it down through the door, through the sort of rubbery grommet down here, and then into the footwell. So firstly what we need to do is cut this black tape without cutting the thing it's attached to, obviously, the big wiring loom. There we go, got that one done. See if I can do the other side as well. Nice and fiddly when you've got a car there. Right, if I pull it a bit, there we go. Right, got that off. So, take that tape off as well. Oh, I'll have to take this off the door too, because we'll have to retape this wire back to it. But what we need to do first is try and remove some of this black tape, because what we got to try and do is run the fish line in this spongy sort of cable holder here down into the door, sorry, down into the footwell. So if I just make a little cut in that, hopefully that'll give me enough just to take this open. Gosh, thick stuff this. Cold weather's not exceptionally helpful in all this either, to be truthful with you. Not least because you don't want to be out here doing stuff in the cold weather, but when you get time off work, it's what you have to do, isn't it? I think we're getting somewhere. Last little bit. Or not. There we go. You can start to see the cables in there. And there's quite a few. Right, I'll neaten that up a bit later. But yeah, what we need to do is push the fish line through there, and then that should then come out down the bottom in the footwell down there. I'll show you on the other camera. So as you can see, just starting to slide that into there like that, and then hopefully I'll be able to manipulate it through that grommet there. And what we want to do is see it come out of this hole just here. So I've pulled that away like that. So hopefully, when I try and slide this in, I should at least see where I've got to put it. As the meme says, quite some time later, managed to finally get it through. So as I pull it, coming into the footwell down here, going through that grommet there. I don't know how well you can see in there. Not well by the looks of it. But I did cheat a bit because I've already crimped. Not that you're going to be able to focus. There you go. I've already crimped the footwell end. So all I've got to do is put this on the fish loop, hopefully pull it up through, and then we should just have one simple connection to make, just to go into this connector here. So I'll pull that through and I'll see how we get on. Unfortunately, my other light source ran out, so I had to do this just on its own, but you can see there where it goes, just in the middle back part of this trap, this little one down here. We just undid this other one just to make it slightly easier to get access. But yeah, so if I plug these two back in, that should be all we need to do down here. And I'm gonna connect that one in like that. And I'll just pull some more of this wire back into the door. Loop that round slightly. There we go. And then all that leaves us with this side is to crimp on a pin connector and push it into this little box of wires down here. I'll just figure out which one it is and then I'll show you when I do it. As well as these things usually go, this went well. So this pain in the arse of a clip, obviously the back snapped off. So I've now had to tie wrap it through that hole down there. And then my mini screwdriver, which I was using to take it out, fell in the door right down here. So I had to put the window up and then get my hand in from the back. It's a lot easier, but still usual stuff, cuts and grazes. But that should be all that side of it done. I should be able to snip this off, cover all this up, and then just pop the plastic retainer on this side off and put the connector on the end of this and slide it into the back of that. I was looking at whether I could go one step beyond and slide the wire down this little plastic sheave in here, but I'm not going to be able to. I mean, it starts there, so I might be able to. I'll see how it goes, get it crimped, and then show you which hole it goes on this connector. And you can probably guess it's this big chunky pink one here. So you can see it's the only gold pin in the top row there, but just in case you're not sure, there's the pink and black I ran from the mirrors down, and when they connect up, the pink's there and the black already is on the other side. So when they clip together, fingers crossed, it should be good. And to get the these bits off, all you have to do is slide a little screwdriver just down the side like that, and then it just pops the tab off, and you do it both sides. And then to put it back, it's just a case of slotting it in, which I'm sure I won't be able to do one-handed, and pushing it down. As you can see, it's got the little teeth that just help to push it all the way. So it goes in like that, and then as you push, just forces them all in. So I'm just gonna have to take a leap of faith on this, put it all back together, because you need obviously this in the door loom to connect it to the window switches to get everything to connect. So I'll try and put it all back together without putting any screws in, just all the poppers. Connect all these up. This just goes into there, obviously. And then I'll hopefully test it and see if it works. Bear with me. I was trying to find a way to show that it is working, because I can actually, you can definitely feel the heat coming through it. So I've whacked a bit of water on there to see if it starts to look like it's evaporating. But yeah, I can definitely, to touch, feel there's some heat there. So I would call that a success. I just have to do the other side now. I'd obviously put the inside back together. But all I have to do really is you hit that button there, the heated rear window, and then that warms up as well. Quicker than the rear window, in fact. So let's stop gassing myself out, and I'll get the other side done. Oh, meant to show you as well, these are the crimps. There's the model there, 35337-2, which I used for the pin in this one round about here. So I showed you that, but I didn't tell you the number. Finally, day, I don't know, 40 or something like that. But yeah, I think I'm done. I've got the heated mirrors wired. They both work. Hard to show on camera, obviously. But let me tell you, if you're going to do them, definitely do the driver's side first, because that is 100 times worse than the passenger side. And if you get sick of doing the driver's side, at least you know it's easier the second time. Piece of advice there. I'll share a link down there as to where I got the guide from. All works perfectly, can't fault it. But let me also show you the difference that the blue mirrors make. Let me flip this round. Probably going to be hard to tell this, but that's me sitting the white mirror over the top, so you can just see that brown box from where I'm sat. Now if we move it, hang on, where's the angle? Gives you a lot broader area. There you go, you can just about see the posters. You can see all the way to the bench. So they make a good change too. But right, the car's all back together. I just wanted to run you through these connectors quickly because there's 3 different types. And I thought it'd be easier just to do a quick sum up. So these ones here, 368084, you can see these are, compared to the others, these are the bigger size. So these go on the back of the mirror itself, so in the wing mirror, and right in the bottom of the footwell. That's those, so you need 2 of those for each side. Then this one, this pointy one, which is 353537-2, you can see where I got them from, DigiKey. These pointy ones are the ones that are on the end of the wire that comes, or are they? Hang on, let me think about this. Anyway, these ones connect to these ones. So you'll know by the connector whether it's got pokey bits or holy bits. But this is the one that sits on the inside of the door, 316836-1. So sorry for, it's been a few days since I've mixed everything up. But one of these goes on the end of the mirror loom that comes from the mirror into the door. Got a feeling it's this one. And this one goes on the loom from the, still on the door, but the one that this one connects into. So this one's actually the one up on the door, which connects to the inside of the car. But yeah, hopefully that makes it clear. And obviously they were rec speed mirrors, which seem to be a good make. They fit perfectly. The connections were good. So yeah, I think without losing my mind, that's really all I can say. But you could tell when the heated rear window was getting hot that the mirrors were getting hot. So just by pressing that button, did all the job for you. I've got a few good jobs lined up, ones which will actually change the look of the car, and maybe the performance, which obviously it needs while it's sat in the garage. And I know it's been a little bit electrical heavy lately, but I've been trying to get the snag list sorted for when I can register it. So hopefully on the next video, I'll be getting the lights for here sorted out, because I've got a bulb that's supposed to do the rear fog and the reverse, and potentially I'll have a modification for the front bumper. But stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Thanks for sharing the time with me, and sorry it's been such a long time coming. I'll try and get some more quicker updates out. But anyway, thanks, and see you later.